Today we're covering incident response on AWS, a critical topic for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. The exam won't ask you to be a security expert, but it will test your knowledge of the correct services and procedures to use when things go wrong. Let's start with a proactive tool, AWS Trusted Advisor. For the exam, think of Trusted Advisor as your automated best practices consultant. It inspects your AWS environment and makes recommendations to improve security, among other things. A classic exam scenario will present a situation where a company wants to check for security weaknesses like overly permissive S3 buckets, unrestricted security group ports, or a missing multi-factor authentication, or MFA, on the root account. The correct service to use for these checks is Trusted Advisor. The key trap here is to confuse Trusted Advisor with reactive tools. It's for identifying potential vulnerabilities, not for investigating an active breach. Now, what happens when AWS detects your resources are being used for malicious activities, like sending spam? You'll receive an abuse team notification. The exam will test your understanding of the urgency and required actions. Your first step is to review the notice to understand the issue and then secure the compromised resources. A common mistake is thinking you should just delete the resource or ignore the email. You must investigate, remediate, and respond to the notice, often within 24 hours, to avoid having your resources blocked or your account suspended. Let's move to one of the most tested scenarios, responding to compromised credentials, specifically an IAM user's access keys. If you suspect a key has been leaked, the exam will test the order of your response. The immediate priority is to contain the damage. First, you must make the compromised key inactive or delete it. Then, you should change the user's password and check AWS CloudTrail logs to see what actions the attacker performed with the key. The common exam trap is choosing to analyze logs first, while analysis is critical. Stopping the attacker's access by invalidating the key is always the first step. This leads directly to key rotation procedures. The CCP exam frames key rotation as a fundamental security best practice. Questions may not be direct, but will present a scenario asking how to improve an account's security posture. Regularly rotating access keys is a correct answer because it limits the time a compromised key can be used. For the exam, remember that this isn't just a good idea, it's a testable best practice. To remember the immediate steps for a credential compromise, use this mental shortcut. RIP the compromise. R for rotate keys and passwords. I for invalidate the compromised credentials immediately. And P for peruse the logs, like CloudTrail, to assess the damage. This helps you prioritize the most critical actions for the exam. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.